guys, so today I'm going to do some makeup, trying some new products. So the new products are this Prime and Last Daily Diaries Illuminating Fixing Loose Powder from Essence. There's a bit of a glare from the light, but that's that. And then I was at Red Dot yesterday and I saw these Mark by Avon products. For $2 these were on clearance. So this is the Highlight Strobing Duo. It doesn't really have a shade name on it though. And then they also had the Mark Dual Glow Cheek Colour and Highlighter in Beach Babe. So, like that. And then I got the ModelsOwn, trying to get this without the light, the ModelsOwn Supernatural Eyeshadow Palette, which looks like that. It comes with a brush and those are the colours. The shade names are on this little sheet, which I always hate. I'll make do with what I've got. So first things first, I'm going to spray my face with this Rimmel Instafix and Go 2-in-1 Priming and Setting Spray. Then for foundation, I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 112 Natural Ivory is the shade. I think you've all probably seen this before. It's actually quite a good foundation. It's not too matte, and it does make your pores look a lot better. The only thing I absolutely hate is there's no pump on it. You've got to pour it out, which I find really hard to do with my hands, and I always put too much on. My arms always get sore doing my makeup, but it's something I enjoy, so I do it anyway. And then for concealer, everyone knows I love Colourpop, so I'm using their No Filter Concealer in Fair 5, and this is my highlighting shade. I do have pretty bad dark circles, and I also put it on my eyelids as like a sort of an eye primer. It sort of just makes one colour for the base. Now I'm not really one to spend hours on my makeup, but I do enjoy putting some on. And I'm trying to, I think I will put the powder on. No, I'll put the cheek colour on first because that's a cream and I don't want it to mix with the powder. So this is like the blush shade. That shade there. So it's like a sheeny blush. So I'll put that. And then just blend it in with my fingers. That is actually really a beautiful colour. A little bit more on the apples. I don't know how well you can see that. I am going to take a photo after, because I think the lighting is making me look a bit more washed out than I actually am. I'm all new to this, so I'm fiddling with lighting and stuff as I'm going. So that's the colour not blended out. then I just blend it in like that. And then on the other side is the highlighting shade, which is just like a champagne colour. Actually, looking at it, it's more of like a pearl sheen. I don't even think you can see that on the camera. It's a very subtle highlight, so I don't think that I would use it on its own. I will probably add a powder highlight later. I think it's good for like the bridge of the nose and maybe a little bit under the eyebrows. It's a very soft sheen. So my opinion on this first impressions is I love the blush, not such a fan of the highlight because it's not really strong enough. So then I'll use the fixing powder. I think I'm going to put a little in the lid and then get a brush. So I'm not sure how much of a sheen this has, so I'm just going to put it at the points of my face where I would highlight. Alright, so it's illuminating, but it doesn't seem to be overpowering, so I will put it under my eyes and up there. Put it on my forehead, and I'll put it under here. And then I will grab my powder I use every day, which is the Colourpop No Filter Pressed Powder, Sheer Pressed Powder in light, and I'll just put that on like my T-zone because I don't want illuminating powder there. So I'll put it down on my nose, maybe a little bit in my pores, and then on my chin. Look in the mirror, it doesn't give like a notice. Oh, it sort of gives a sheen, but not like that someone would look at your face and go, oh, you've got an illuminating powder on. It's just a powder that's not so matte. So I do quite like that. I think it's going to be really good for under the eyes. So next I will grab the new MAC Dual Glow Cheek Colour and Highlight, and I'll show you that shade if I can get it undone with my EDS hands. So that is that. It's got the bronzing colour and then a highlight. So hopefully this highlight will be more to my flavour. So I will, got this brush from Nude by Nature, it's dual sided, and I'll get the contouring side. Alright, that's a very orangey bronzer. So I'm going to get this. Yeah, and it's very pigmented. So I don't even think I need to put more on my brush, I just need to. It's pretty. Definitely more of a bronzer than a contour though. It looks worse on camera than it does in real life. In real life it looks quite pretty. And then for highlighter, I'll just use, I can't even remember where I got this brush, but it's just got like that sort of end on it. Get the highlighted bit. Yeah, see, that's more my style. It's very pretty. But it is more of a gold, so I still have to blend that out a bit. I think I would use that as an eyeshadow maybe, because it is very dark. So what I'm going to do to compensate for that is I have this Colourpop, it's the pressed powder highlighter in Hello Kitty, Here Kitty Kitty. I use that all the time, as you can see. I've hit pan on it. So I'm just going to run that over where I put the other one to make it more my shade. Then in terms of blush, I want to blush over. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. More of a subtle blush today. And then I will head to eyeshadow. So this is the eyeshadow palette. I will try their blush. Now I'm going to move closer. So that's the cheek. As you can tell, it's like a more goldy sheen, but it's better now I've added that champagne over the top. And then that's a very orangey bronzer. I like it, but I need to go in more light-handed. It looks a lot more severe on camera than it does in real life. I think I'm going to try turning down my ring light and see if that helps. Yeah, see, that's a bit more true to colour. So I'll leave it at about that. And I will try the brush that comes with it. So I'm going to go into Mystic, which is this colour right here, with their brush, so the more blending edge of it. So it's quite a nice transition shade. I'll do the same on the other eye. So just the transition shade, and then I want to go in with this green here. I will put the shade names down in the comments. It's just a little hard because I've got to keep using that sheet. So I'll use the flat end of their brush and put that on the inner, I would say half. Normally I'd use a setting spray to make it more opaque, but I want to see what these colours do on their own. So that is really pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but I'll put it on the other eye as well. Right, so that's done. Now I'm going to use the shade next to it, which is the darker green, and I'm going to use that blending edge again because I want to use it as an outer crease shade, outer half shade really. That's very pretty. I really like that, and then I'm going to add that on the blending brush to the outer half of my lower lash line. I do like that. So think that's where I'm going to leave it. It's just simple. And then I will use a mascara. This is the Colourpop. It's all rubbed off, but it's their mascara. They only have one at this point. I think it's meant to be volumizing. Alright. I really like that eyeshadow look. I want to put a highlight shade on the inner corner. This palette doesn't really have any highlight shades. So I'm going to use my Colourpop Here Kitty Kitty. I do this quite often actually. I'm just going to get this brush, which is just a flat brush. Get some of that. And put that on the inner corner. Then I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow, and I'm just gonna brush that through. I don't do a lot to my eyebrows. My brows don't react well to me plucking them or threading them, or especially waxing with my Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. So they just stay the way they are. Now I need to use a lip colour, and I've got a lot here. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's the NYX Lingerie Lip in Oui Ready. That's that colour, and that's my finished look. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time here on The Painted Zebra. Bye!